Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first virtual cooking class of our Culture Tastic Cooking series. And I'm seeing a lot of beautiful faces. Hello. Hello. Yeah, we would love to see everyone's face. So it would be great if you can just turn on your camera and just interact with us. Yay! Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody.
Wow, everybody seems to be so ready.
I know, all their ingredients and everything's all prepared.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yay! Hey, Doris! And Fred has 2 logins.
Yeah, we're just waiting for a couple more students to join us on Zoom before we officially kickstart today's event. So we'll just be chit-chatting with you guys and seeing how everybody's doing.
Yeah, how's the prep going on?
Must have been a busy morning, I would say, with all the prep work going. All right, and don't be shy. Show us your faces.
Hi, Fred!
Hello, Hello Daisy. And just to let you know, you guys are currently muted, and this is to ensure that we'll be able to hear Chef Yuyina clearly later. But we will have a Q&A session, so don't worry. If you have questions, you can unmute yourself later when we have our Q&A session. But for now, just to let you know, you guys are muted right now.
Yeah, just in case you have to say something before we start, you can do it too. Wow.
Hello. Yeah, we're just waiting for a few more students to join us. So for the time being, we can just do a little chit chat, I guess.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Is everybody ready? If you are, give me a big thumbs up. Yes, double thumbs up. Great, awesome. Love to see that energy.
Wow.
And I love everyone's kitchen setting. It's just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just to make sure, are you guys all ready for the cooking class today? All the ingredients are prepped? If you did all the prep work, give me another big thumbs up. Awesome, awesome. Great. Oh, mango!
Mango! Tony and Margaret, how to cut a mango. we posted a photo of it on our Facebook. So you can take a look at how Chef Yuyina cut it. Or do you want to show them what we have now?
Oh, yeah. We actually have all the ingredients prepped too as well. So what Chef Yuyina is holding is how you should be prepping your ingredients. So they are basically cut, mangoes, and then pepper and then cucumber.
You got a close-up of it, so. Is it okay, Tony and Margaret?
Good, awesome. We'll be going over the instructions later today as we do the demo, but just to let you know, this is just how the ingredients should be cut right now, in case you guys want to do some last-minute prep work.
Maybe camera can show them how beautiful it is here.
Oh yeah,
I know. Chef Yuyina spent a lot of time prepping for today's cooking class, and it's just so beautifully placed right now in front of me, and I can't wait to actually get started.
I think they have the most questions about cutting the julienne.
Yeah. And I see they're all getting busy again with chopping, making sure that they're aware of what the julienne chop is, which is great. It's good to do all the prep work now as we're waiting for a couple more students to join us, and we will be starting in just a bit. Oh,
wow,
slicing mangoes.
Yeah.
Is there an easy way to slice the mango?
Yeah, I would just use, there's so many ways, and then my way in the restaurant to like slice it faster, I would just use a peeler to peel off the skin first. And then the mango is like this shape, so you have the big seed inside, right? So you just do one cut on the side and flip over, do another cut.
Cut all the meats out first, separate them.
and then you can start working on julienne.
That's a great tip for everyone if you are preparing your mango right now.
Oh, Stella! Good job, Stella! Where's Arthur and Natalie? Are they joining? Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, Lynn has already chopped
Yep.
the one half of the
Yeah.
mango meat.
That's a huge mango.
Yeah.
It must be really sweet too.
Yeah.
Can we actually mute them right now?
Yeah.
They're talking.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep, and just so you guys know, you guys are actually muted right now because we need to make sure that everyone is able to hear Chef Yuyina clearly. So,
But right now, they can
yeah.
unmute themselves for a bit.
Yeah, because you will see the muted button, and then if you click on unmute, then you should be able to unmute yourself and speak. So if there's anything you want to ask us right now, now is the time as we're waiting for a couple more students to join us.
Mm-hmm.
So just unmute yourself and ask your question.
Recording in progress.
And if you want to chit chat with us, feel free to do so right now. It's going to be a fun and interactive cooking class.
They're very busy. I know. I think we can have the footage right here. That's what they are working on, all the ingredients. So if we could have the footage here so they can kind of double check what they have prepared. Yeah.
So
Okay,
let's
wait.
take a closer look
Yeah.
at the ingredients that Chef Yuyina has prepped
Yeah,
beforehand, just so that everyone knows how the ingredients should be cut and how it should look like.
I'm going to turn for 1 second
Yeah.
just to bring up the
Okay.
box. Where is it?
All good? Sharon's all good. All right.
Hey, Fred, you going to say something? I saw your mic.
And also you can type your question in our chat box. We will be checking the chat box periodically to see if there's any questions in case you guys are a little too shy to speak up, but don't be shy, honestly. We don't bite, we're all super nice. And feel free to say hello to us in our chat box as well, as you are muted right now, and we would love to interact with you guys. Oh, I know someone asked, what type of mango is this?
That's Mexican mango. So basically you can use any mango you like.
But it's super sweet right now for this type, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And where did you get the Mexican mango?
TNT.
They're not all strong.
Yeah, a lot of Asian supermarkets may have them.
Well, actually, the ingredients are sponsored by our friend Yo-Yo Cool, Power Hour Cool. So thanks.
Oh, my portion
Thanks
is
to
from TNT.
Okay, we see new messages coming in. Can we just scroll to the bottom to check the messages?
You can unmute them too if you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
I think just leave it for now. So when I show everybody how to make it, and then you always can add later. So just leave it on the side for now. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, just have it on the side, and then we can add more later.
Good question, Tony.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone else has any questions that they want to ask Chef Yuyina, right now is a great time, since we're still just fixing something right now before we get started.
It's not Tony, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Tony.
So this morning, and then I did my own prep for the chestnut. I found out the milk is a little bit too much. So the texture we're looking for is more dried texture. So try not to add too much milk. But if you already add the milk, don't worry. We can fix later by adding some flour. So if you have, I'm sure you have flour at home. So if you could have a small bowl of flour ready, that would be great.
Can we hear them from this?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was from.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I switched the audio
Awesome, thank you.
from just like a We should be able to hear them from here.
Okay. Does anyone else have any last-minute questions that they want to ask Chef Yuyina before we get started? Feel free to unmute yourself to ask the question if you have any burning questions that you want to ask right now.
Yeah, otherwise we can start. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess everyone is all ready to get started. I'm seeing a lot of faces, lovely faces. And for those who just joined us, feel free to show us your face. Don't hide yourself. Again, we are super nice and we would love to see you and also your entire cooking process. So let's get started. So once again, welcome everyone and happy Chinese New Year. So this is the first virtual cooking class of our Culture Tastic Cooking series. And this event is hosted by Everything Goes Virtual, and they wish everyone the Year of Tiger be filled with prosperity and good health. And first off, big hello to everyone, and also everyone who just joined us. Hello, everybody. Good morning. And I'm already seeing a lot of you have actually prepped a lot for today's cooking class, which is awesome. A big, big thumbs up to every one of you. And today we have 14 participants joining us on Zoom. And today's event is made possible all thanks to a great team for organizing the entire event. So now I would like to invite Helen to share a few words with us. Welcome, Helen.
Hey. Well, first of all, thank you so much for coming. This is the second year that we're cooking Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year food online with a lot of friends. As Monica mentioned, this is the first of the Culture Tastic series. Just want to thank everybody, especially for the venue sponsor, Aspect Developments, for lending us this beautiful kitchen right at River Green Presentation Center, and also our friend Pao Yao Ku for sponsoring us all the ingredients, plus this awesome mask. So without further ado, I'd like to again thank Chef Yuyina Zhang for coming, and here we go. So we start now.
Awesome,
Thank you so
Helen.
much.
So as Helen has mentioned, we have invited one of the renowned chefs in Vancouver, Chef Yuyina from Street Auntie Aperitivo House, to share with us two of her signature dishes. So Chef Yuyina, I know that you have all prepared the ingredients for us, and also the students on Zoom. You guys have also received a pre-packaged ingredients carefully prepared by Everything Goes Virtual and generously sponsored by PKY Consultant. And PKY Consultant is dedicated to helping promote safe mask wearing in a fun and creative way. As a matter of fact, the mask that we are wearing today, and also that the mask that Chef Yuyina is wearing today, is also from PKY Consultant. And I've got to say, they are great quality, fashionable, and super comfortable to wear. All right, chef. So I know that you will be teaching us 2 of your signature dishes from your hometown, Yunnan. So can you actually tell us a little bit about these 2 dishes?
Yes, thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. I'm Yuyina. So the first dish is called Yunnan Ghost Chicken, and we translate Yunnan Guiji. So it's a chicken salad. I'm sure you have all the ingredients prepared. And then this dish is from my hometown. I haven't been home over 3 years now after the COVID happened. So when it's Chinese New Year, of course, I miss my hometown, I miss my family. This dish has like its own unique profile. It's really make me just think about my family and my hometown, so it's really meaningful to me. So I'm happy to cook this dish with you today and then reveal my secret recipe.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we're all super excited for Chef Yuyina to reveal all the secrets and tips behind cooking these 2 signature dishes. So shall we get started with the first dish? And I believe we will actually be cooking simultaneously both dishes, including the pastry as well. So be sure to follow along. And is everybody good to go? If you are, give me a thumbs up again. Awesome. Great, great, great. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. Okay, awesome. So let's get started, shall we, Chef?
All right, thank you.
So what is our first step when it comes to making this chicken salad?
Okay, so for the chicken salad, and I have give everybody the prep list. So I'm sure you have the lemongrass and the ginger water is boiled already, ready to go.
Is it boiled and ready to go? Give me another thumbs up. Okay, awesome. They're all great students. They have done their prep work.
Perfect.
It's awesome.
So now let's just heat up the water and then bring up to boil.
Okay. So right now, Chef Yuyina is just heating up the water right now with the lemongrass.
So once it's start boiling big bubbles, and then we can put the chicken breast in. In the meantime, I would like to introduce the chestnut dish because we didn't provide a picture. It's a brand new dish. I didn't have a picture, but earlier I have prepared a little bit uncooked chestnut pastry. What's it gonna be look like for the final product?
It looks so cute.
Yeah. So that will be our final product. And then I have the flour here as well. So it depends which mold you're getting. So you will have 2 different kinds.
Okay, let's take a closer look at the final product, just so that everyone is able to see it clearly. So this is what your chestnut pastry will look like at the end. Okay. So shall we get started?
Yeah, so while we're waiting for the water, let's double check you have all your kitchen equipment ready. This one, so the motor, I'm not sure if everybody has that one at home. Yeah, okay, perfect. So if you don't, it's fine. We're just gonna chop it up. And then we need a mixing bowl. So we need a large mixing bowl, anything at home. And we need mixing spoon. I like to use chopsticks, so that's my chopstick. But it's really up to you. You can use your hand as well. This one is for the kumquat later. If you don't have it, it's also fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
so again, let me just show
Yeah.
to the camera the tools that we'll be needing. So we'll be needing a sifter, a pair of chopsticks, a large spoon to basically stir everything, and also a large bowl as well as we mix everything together. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
And now we're gonna check our mixing ingredients. So it's this tray over here.
All right, so let's take a look at all the ingredients that Chef Yuyina has prepared for us beforehand. So these are also ingredients that you should also receive in your prepackaged ingredient as well. So let's introduce each of them.
So pickled papaya. This one I pickled probably 7 or 8 days before. Each of you probably have a small bowl like this. And then we need a sugar. That one is a Yunnan spice. It's from my hometown. We don't really have it here. Kosher salt, lemongrass, the Thai chili, ginger, the kumquat. It's right here. That one, and then sesame oil, a little bit Thai basil.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure you have all the ingredients ready. And in case you haven't, you can use the time right now to just grab the ingredient.
Yeah, and also earlier, some friends asking about the julienne cut. So that would be the julienne cut here for cucumber, red bell pepper, and the mango. If it's not julienne cut, it's totally fine as well because you're not serving in the restaurant, so.
I mean, with cooking, like it's good to be creative. Like you can
Yeah.
just cut it whichever way you like.
Yeah.
It's still the same salad. It's just cut differently.
Yeah, it's just the look of it. So by saying that, we do have a surprise today for everybody. Oh, sorry, that's the camera.
Ooh.
So whoever have the best plating, either chestnut pastry or the Inango's chicken salad, you will get any of the plates here as your surprise.
Oh my God. I guess it's time to really use your creativity when it comes to plating. Again, the best looking dish will receive Chef Yuyina's reward, which is one of the plates in front of us right now. And I've got to say, they are so beautiful. I would definitely want one myself, but too bad I'm not cooking today. So yeah, so be sure to take a photo. Show us your end product at the end. Turn on your camera, show us your end product at the end. And also take a photo and share it on social media as well. All right, so everyone has all their ingredients all ready to go, right? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, so shall we get started, Chef?
Yeah, so I'm still waiting for my water to boil right now. In the meantime, we can have a little bit introduction on the chestnut dish. So this one is the chestnut and yam milk mixture. What we're looking for, it's a little bit dried out. That's what we're looking for. In the recipe, I said it's 1 cup of milk. It's a little bit too much. I'm sorry about that because it's such a new dish for me as well. Don't worry about that. If it's too smooth, you can add flour later, just simple AP flour. If it's too dry, also don't worry about it, and then you just add more milk. So earlier, Tony asked if they need to put like 2 bags of chestnut. You don't have to. Here is 2 bags chestnut, but you can do half of it, no worry, because the final product, we only do like 2 or 3 right here.
All right. Yeah, so
Yeah,
if you guys
perfect.
have the pastry actually prepared, can you show us?
Yeah.
Show us your pastry just to make sure that the consistency is correct.
Yeah.
Because again, if it's too watery, we may have to add a little bit more flour to it to make it thick again. So please show us the chestnut pastry that you have prepared.
Yeah, so for daisies, can add a little bit flour, like 2 spoons of flour, and then you're good.
And what about the lady?
Huawei, is it Selena? Huawei M5. Yeah, Selena is good.
Selena, yours is good. Awesome. Okay, what about Ricky and Jane?
Ricky needs a little bit flour.
A
So
little bit.
if you have an extra chestnut or yam, you can add the chestnut and yam as well.
Okay, now Stella's.
Stella is perfect.
Perfect, Stella.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, now Doris.
Doris, hard to see.
Maybe closer to the camera if possible.
Yeah, Doris is good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now Fred is also showing us his.
Yeah, Fred is good. Maybe you have can you have 2 spoons of flour just on the side?
Okay, and
Thank you.
Susan, let's actually, sorry, we missed. Was it Susan and Nikki?
Susan's.
Oh, Susan's? Okay.
Yeah, Susan's good. I would suggest have 2 spoons of flour on the side as well.
All right. Everyone else, can you show us your pastry? We just want to make sure that the consistency is good before we move on. because if it's a little bit too watery, then you may have to add a little bit flour to it. So it would be great if you can show it to Chef Yuyina so she can let you know if it's too watery or if it's the right consistency.
If you don't have blender at home, also don't worry about it. Just chop it off. And then like what I have here, it's quite a raw. Have some crumbles, not smooth like yours. Like both okay.
All right, I think everyone's all good
Yeah.
with their filling.
Okay, let's check out water.
Okay. And it's time to check your water to see if
Yeah.
it's boiling, and we're just waiting for ours to boil, and it's almost ready.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for water, we can start making the sauce for the chicken.
Ooh, sauce for the chicken.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Okay. So, have your motor ready.
I think I hear it boiling, the water.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
We need
So-
the big bubbles.
So be sure to check on your boiling water to make sure it's really boiling hot. Okay, so in the meantime, shall we get started on the sauce for the chicken salad?
Yeah, so for the sauce, I would recommend to put cloth under it so it's not gonna damage your countertop. And first of all, we're gonna add the lemongrass. So this lemongrass, you can just have a little bit as your wish. I chop off smaller. I would recommend the roots of the lemongrass.
Is it because there's more flavor to the roots?
Yeah, exactly. I normally don't use that. I just use that to boil the water, but I use the root, maybe that much. You can just chop it smaller, and then we can add a little bit here.
Would you say
One
that's
spoon.
about one spoon, one
Yeah,
tablespoon?
one spoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's time to grind it. So Chef
Yeah.
Yuyina just added about 1 tablespoon of the chopped up lemongrass root, and she's just grinding it. Is it to push out all the flavors?
Yeah. Also make it smaller so you don't, it's hard to chew.
True that. Okay, so right now Chef Yuyina is just grinding the lemongrass roots. Again, it's to push out the flavor and also to make it a smaller piece so that it's easier for us to eat it. Is there do you want it to be like really grind finely?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
It actually smells so good. I can already smell it through my mask.
Smells like Thailand.
I know. Really miss traveling. Like I
Yeah.
haven't been traveling for like over 3 years now.
Me too. That's the goal. So then we're gonna add a little bit of ginger.
All right, so our next step is to add the ginger.
Yeah.
So get your ginger ready.
Okay, so my water is ready now, and then maybe we drop the chicken and come back to this.
Yeah. So we're gonna pause on the sauce because our water is actually boiling really hard. So we're just actually going to move to the boiling water. So is your water boiling as well? If it is, give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. I see a lot of thumbs up. Yeah, that is great.
So the technical to boil the chicken right now is the water has to boil like a big bubbles, and then I'm not sure if the camera can show here.
So the tip of, again, what Chef Yuyina said is the boil has to be really, really big boiling before we add in the chicken. So make sure that your water is boiling.
So you can have your timer ready because the chicken breast is very hard. Like you don't want a dry chicken breast, but at the same time for the food safety, you want to, it's cooked. So for the size like this, I would recommend 10 to 12 minutes. Depends on the size of your chicken breast. If it's bigger, I would go 12 minutes. If it's smaller, I would go 10 minutes. Okay.
All right,
So
so
now,
let's start cooking our chicken breast.
Yeah.
So Chef Yuyina just placed the 2 chicken breasts into the hot boiling water. And again, get your timer ready because as Chef said, the cooking time is roughly about 10 to 12 minutes depending on the size. So we have a timer ready for 11 minutes, so we'll let the countdown start.
in the meantime, because we touch the raw chicken, we have to throw everything. So we're not.
All right, is everybody cooking their chicken breast? Let me just see. Good, a good thumbs up. Stella's ready cooking, okay, and Selena is also cooking her chicken breast as well, and everyone else, if your water is boiling, please put in your chicken breast as we need time to cook it about 11 minutes,
Yeah.
depending on the size of your chicken breast. All right, so while we are cooking our chicken breast, what is our next step, Chef?
So our next step is to add a ginger.
Add the ginger. So we're
Yeah.
going back to the sauce making as we are cooking our chicken breast right now. So previously what Chef did was she grinded the lemongrass roots and now we are adding in ginger.
So ginger, it's really up to you. I would recommend this little, tiny little. You can cut it smaller and then just put in. Or you can use the grinder here. So if you don't have it at home, it's also fine. If you don't have this at home, and then we can just put in here.
So if you don't have a grinder at home, you can chop a couple
Yeah.
slices of the ginger and then add it into our lemongrass mixture. So again, we are just grinding the lemongrass with the ginger to really push out the flavor and also making it into really fine texture so that when we eat it with the chicken salad, we'll be able to eat everything in the sauce as well.
Okay, now we're gonna pick out the Sawtooth Herb. So again, I would go with the root.
The roots has the most flavor in
Yeah.
it.
You can cut it smaller. Just a rough chop. So the Sawtooth Herb, not everyone is familiar with. It's like a cilantro, but this Sawtooth Herb is from Vietnam, Thailand, and my hometown, so Golden Triangle area. Okay.
So right now we're just really grinding and mixing all together the 3 ingredients we added into the sauce so far.
Okay, and now we can add a little bit of basil. I would say depends what kind of basil you got, but I would just 1 leaf or 2.
1 basil leaf.
Yeah.
And you can also rip it apart
Yeah.
too as well so that it's easier for binding it with the other ingredients in the sauce.
You will be perfect for sous chef.
Thank you. I wanted to be a chef when I was younger, but I don't really have that cooking talent, unfortunately. But I do love baking.
Yeah. You're great.
Thank you. Oh my God, it smells so good. The basil leaf, just the first 2, yeah.
There's so much aroma here.
I know, the flavor.
Yeah. So now this one is very optional. Like I'm from Yunnan, we love spicy food. Like our diet is more like a Sichuan, Guizhou, Yunnan, all spicy. So this chili is really up to you. If you can't eat spicy, I still suggest you have a tiny little bit. I would just cut a little bit of the tail area, and so we don't want the seeds. So
Is it because the seeds are like really spicy?
really spicy?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're someone who doesn't really like too spicy, then just focus more on the tail area for the chili pepper, and also avoid using any of the seeds because they are super spicy. All right, so now we're just mixing all the ingredients together in our sauce.
Okay. So our sauce is almost ready. Okay.
All right, let's actually, if we can see the inside of the sauce, just a little close up on it, just so everyone is aware of what it should look like. Again, everything is all just meshed together and also mixed together. And this is basically what the texture of it should look like as well. So just a close up for everyone to look at.
Like as fine as possible.
Again, as fine as possible because we want to make sure that when we're eating it, the sauce with the chicken salad, we won't have like really big chunk of like ginger or the lemongrass roots.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm pretty sure everyone's all ready with their sauce. So what is our next step? Should we scoop them out?
Yeah, of course. So you can have a clean bowl and then just scoop everything out, set on the side.
So again, if you have already grinded all the ingredients for the sauce, just scoop them out and place it into a small bowl and set it on the side, and we will be using that later.
In the meantime, I would add some sugar here. So my original recipe is to put brown sugar, but we don't have brown sugar, so we just use the normal sugar. It's totally fine. We just add something here.
Is it about like 1 teaspoon?
Yeah,
or
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon, okay. So add about 1 teaspoon of sugar into the mixture and just mix it well. And again, the original recipe that Chef Yuyina has asks for brown sugar, but using granulated white sugar is also perfectly fine as well. So if you have brown sugar, feel free to add it. If not, then just add white sugar to it.
And then we can add half spoon of kosher salt. Not half, that much.
About like a little bit less than 1 teaspoon, yeah. And now we have just added the salt inside and just mixing it together with the other sauce ingredients.
And then we're going to add the sesame oil. 1 spoon.
1 tablespoon, yeah. So for the sesame oil, add about 1 tablespoon of it into the sauce mixture, and then just mix them together. Again, this is basically how everything looks like once it's all mixed together. And just making sure that there's no big chunks in there.
Now we can set aside. Thank you.
All right, so we basically have finished making this sauce. So I'm just gonna show it to everyone, just so you know what the sauce looks like right now. So this is with all the ingredients mixed in with the sesame oil and then all the other ingredients that we were grinding earlier, and also the salt and the sugar. So this is what it should look like. Okay, is everyone all good with the sauce? If you are, please give me a big thumbs up. I just want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Awesome, awesome, great. Okay, I see a lot of big thumbs up, so I'm pretty sure they are ready with the sauce.
Okay, perfect. Now we have 2 minutes for the chicken ready, and then we just need to prepare a fresh bowl and a fresh tongue or chopstick to take it out.
Awesome, yeah. So just checking on your chicken breast. Right now we are down to about 1 minute and 48 seconds until it is cooked. So maybe check your timer just to make sure that you guys are on track. And then once it is cooked, we will be removing the chicken breast from the boiling water. So please have a separate bowl ready. And okay, so Daisy actually has a question. So she says she missed what sauce you need to add after adding the sugar. So after you added in the sugar, it was the salt and then also sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
Yeah, so sugar, salt, sesame oil. So about 1 tablespoon of the sesame oil, you add it into the sauce mixture and just mix it together. Awesome. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat as well. Don't be shy. We will be checking the chat periodically to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Okay, so I think about 1 more minute until our chicken breast is cooked. So again, please prepare a pair of chopsticks to remove, to take the chicken breast out, and then also a separate bowl as well to place your chicken breast in as well.
If you receive a bigger size of the chicken breast, I would do 2 minutes more.
Yeah. So with the size that we have right now, we're cooking, we cooked it for 11 minutes. But if the size of your chicken breast is a bit bigger, then cook for an extra 2 minutes, just to make sure that it is cooked, but it's not overcooked. All right, so I think our chicken breast is ready. Yeah, our timer's up. Okay, so chef is just going to take the chicken breast out, and we'll show you guys what it looks like.
If you're not sure how your chicken breast, if it's cooked, and then we can definitely take it out, put on the chopping board, and cut from the thickest area. Oh, mine is still a little bit raw, so I'm gonna cook another 4 minutes.
4 minutes, okay. Yeah, so one tip that chef just gave us is to check whether or not your chicken breast is fully cooked. So one way to check is to take it out and then cut it onto a chopping board, cut it from the thickest area. And then if it's still raw inside, then cook it for about 4 more minutes to make sure that the chicken breast is fully cooked. So if you guys have your chicken breast ready and removed from the bowl, check if it is fully cooked again by cutting the chicken breast from the thickest area. So let me see. Is everybody's chicken breast ready? Are you guys still checking it? Okay, awesome. Susan's ready.
Yeah, if your chicken breast is ready, just take it out from the boiling water and then just set aside and then let it cool down.
So again, if your chicken breast is still undercooked, then just put it back into the boiling water for about 4 more minutes. But if it's already all cooked, then just take it out and then set it aside for it to cool down. So I see Stella is checking their chicken breast to make sure it's cooked. Is it good? Awesome. And then Daisy also just took out the chicken breast, right? Yeah, so just cut it in half just to make sure that it's fully cooked. Okay, I think they're just checking their chicken breast to make sure it's fully cooked.
Sounds good.
Okay. I know Stella's is ready, and then I think the other students are also checking. Yeah. Ooh, it's cooked, Daisy. Awesome. All right, so while we're waiting for the chicken breast to basically get fully cooked, what should we prepare now?
Now we can, after it's cooked, we need to wait 10 or 20 minutes to let it cool down because we don't really have the ice bath here. So in the meantime, we can start working on the chestnut.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. So if your chicken breast is all cooked, just put it on the side and let it chill. And in the meantime, we can get started on the chestnut pastry.
So here.
Okay, so beforehand, we have already prepared the filling for the chestnut pastry. So once again, we're just going to show it to everyone. So you guys can see what kind of texture the the filling should be. So again, it cannot be too runny, and it's just kind of like chunky, I would say. It's not like super smooth. Yeah. All right, so what is our next step now?
Our next step is gonna pan fry it, so to evaporate the liquid inside.
Oh, okay.
So they can have a pan. Any kind of pan is okay. Any kind of pan, and then like just heat it up, and then we can put the chestnut in with butter. In the meantime, we will add butter and sugar. That's the only thing we need.
Yeah. All right, so get a pan ready because we need to pan fry the filling that we have prepared earlier, and we'll need to be adding butter as well as sugar as we pan fry it. So, okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get started on that. Okay. So chef is just heating up the pot, but again, you can use a pan at home if you don't have another pot ready. So right now we're just heating it up, and then once it's heated up, we'll be adding the butter and the sugar. And afterwards, we will be pan frying the chestnut mixture that we have prepared earlier.
So we're looking for medium heat to start, and then we will turn to low heat later.
So right now we're just showing the pan frying process of the filling for the chestnut mixture. And yes, Stacy reminded us to turn on the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you so much, Stacy, for the reminder. All right, and in the meantime, chef is just checking on the chicken breast that we are cooking for about 4 minutes longer because 11 minutes wasn't really enough. So we're just cooking it longer to make sure that it is fully cooked. And also as a reminder, once your chicken breast is fully cooked, you can actually take it out from the hot water and put it aside because we need to chill it. Put the temperature down before we can continue with slicing it. So if your chicken breast is ready, then just put it into a separate container and set it aside. Yeah. And
I'm
we're just
used to the restaurant big gas. First time use induction burner.
Again, how is everybody doing? I just wanted to check up on everyone to make sure we are on the same page. Are your chicken breasts all cooked? If it is, please give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Daisy is good to go for that. Stella is as well. Okay. And Freddie as well. Awesome looking. And Lynn's great. Awesome. And again, just make sure that it is the chicken breast is fully cooked. By checking it, just cut it in half and make sure that it's not raw inside. And then once it's ready, then just remove it from the hot water, place it aside to cool it down. Awesome, Stella's looking great. Okay, yeah, we're just checking to make sure that the pan that we're using to pan fry the mixture for the chestnut filling is hot enough before we add in the butter and the sugar. So that is what we're working on right now. So I see some of you are preparing your pan for pan frying the chestnut mixture, which is great. Okay, and at the same time, our chicken breast is ready. So chef has just removed it from the hot water and set it aside as we cool it down.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, this is what our cooked chicken breast looks like. Okay. Awesome. All right, I think our pan is all ready to go. So what is our first step?
The first step is just add 2 spoons of the butter with medium heat.
2 tablespoons
Yeah.
of the butter on medium heat.
Good.
And you have to cook it until it's all fully melt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So cook the butter over medium heat until it is fully melted.
And then we're gonna add half of the chestnut mixture, only half.
So once your butter has melted, then you'll need to add half of the chestnut mixture into the pan. And then just as you're cooking it, just break it apart. Just like what Chef Yuyina is doing, breaking apart the big chunks.
And then we're gonna add 1 spoon of sugar.
And then add about 1 tablespoon of sugar. And the sugar level is basically adjustable, right? Depending
Yeah,
on how sweet you
depends,
want.
yeah.
If you don't like to eat overly sweet or like you just don't like anything too sweet, then you can actually reduce the sugar level. Let me see how everybody's doing so far. I think everyone's cooking their chestnut filling, which is great. So again, over medium heat, you first add the butter and then you add half of the mixture into the pan, and then you add about 1 tablespoon of the sugar into the mixture. Again, the sugar level is adjustable depending on your own personal preference. If you don't like it too sweet, feel free to reduce it. All right.
Sorry, I'm slower.
No worries. We're all on the same page, which is great. And then when we cook it, do we just stir it and break?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're cooking it, pan frying it, just break it as shown in the demo right now. So chef is just really breaking apart the bigger chunks and mixing everything together. Yeah, still on the over the stove. So cook it on the stove and just really mixing everything together. Make sure the sugar is well mixed into the chestnut mixture.
Once it's mixed, and then we can like slowly add the other half, repeating the same process.
Yeah. So once the first half of the mixture is mixed, you can add in the second half and just basically repeat the same process. So again, breaking the mixture, no big chunks, and just mixing all the sugared pastry well together with the other half.
They can add more sugar at this point if they want.
So if you like it a little bit more sweet, you can feel free to add a little bit more sugar into the mixture right now. But if you're okay with the sweetness, then you can just go ahead and just continue to mix it without adding the sugar. And again, this part is to make sure that the liquid is all pushed out, evaporated out, right?
Yeah. So once it's dried out, then we're ready to go.
Awesome. Yeah. And how long does it usually take for it to evaporate, like the liquid inside?
Depends on the texture of their mixture. So it can be vary from 5 minutes to 3 minutes.
So I guess that's why you asked people to add a little bit more flour into it if it was a little bit too liquidy before, because or else you'll need to spend a little bit more time to make the liquid evaporate. I see everyone's all busy cooking the mixture, which is great. And I love to see like the entire family actually helping out together. It's definitely a great family activity. All right. So can we actually tilt and show to the camera what it looks like right now? So right now we're just mixing the,
it's
yeah,
hot.
just, can we just show it a little bit like this? Yeah, so this is basically what it looks like right now as we are mixing and cooking it together. Yeah, okay, awesome. Oh, Tony, did you see the inside of the pot? Do you want us to show it to you again, or you're good? Good? Okay, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. So Chef, how do we know when it's all ready to go?
You're looking for the texture kind of like mine. It's quite dried out. This is actually ready.
Okay, let's actually show to the camera again. So you're looking for a texture that is dried out. So this is basically what it should look like. So yeah, everyone who's looking, who's cooking their pastry, this is what the texture should look like. So this is what you're looking to get after pan frying. Again, it is to ensure that the liquid is all evaporated out. Okay. So if your creation is hasn't yet reached that state, then maybe cook it for a little bit longer.
Or add a little bit of flour.
Or add a little bit of flour. Okay, let me just check to see if everyone. Oh, Selena's. How does Selena's look?
Do you mind to use a spoon, just scoop out so we can see the... Yeah, that's good.
Okay, Selena's is good. Now what about Daisy's?
Daisy is good.
Daisy's is good as well? Okay, so if you think your pastry is ready, show it to the camera and Chef Yuyina will tell you if it's ready. Okay, let's look at Lynn's.
Lynn's is good.
Lynn's is good. Awesome. Now Fred's.
Oh, Fred's is good.
Awesome. What about Tony? Tony's all ready. Tony and her.
Yeah,
and
Tony. Tony, a little bit more time or maybe a little bit more flour.
Okay, and what about Nikki's?
Yeah, Nikki's good.
Nikki's good. Okay, what about Susan's?
Susan, more flour.
More flour for Susan?
Yeah,
And Stella's?
Stella definitely need more flour. I would put 2 tablespoons flour at least.
Okay, so Stella put about 2 tablespoons more flour and continue to cook it.
Yeah.
And then what about Doris? Is your pastry good? Can you show us what it looks like after pan frying it for some time? Or you're still pan frying it? Can you show us what it looks like? Just so that Chef knows if it's the right consistency.
Yeah.
Just have a scoop. Scoop out.
Scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, Doris's look great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, shall we move on, Chef?
Yeah, here we go. So once your chestnut's ready, we scoop out and let it cool down as well. It's too hot right now to work on it.
Yeah, so if your chestnut mixture is all good, then just remove it from the pan and move it to another container or the one that you used to store it earlier, because we need it to cool down first before we can continue with the pastry. So again, let's actually take another look at what it should look like. So this is basically what it looks like after it's pan fried. So you can see that it's a little dried out from before. So this is the consistency that you're looking at to achieve after pan frying your filling for the chestnut pastry. Okay, so once we removed it and put it in the container, we'll just set it aside as we wasn't working
On the
onto
chicken?
the chicken salad
Yeah.
again. Okay, so by this time your chicken should be cooled down so that we can start working on the chicken breast.
Yes, that's correct. Sorry about that. I have to clean everything before I start. Okay. So now we're gonna prepare a clean chopping board and a clean knife. And then we're gonna chop the chicken breast.
So the prep work for the chicken breast is get a new cutting board and also a clean knife. And then once we're ready, then we'll be chopping up our chicken breast. I see a lot of students removing their pastry from the pan, which is great. So just set it aside as we cool it down. And as that is cooling, we're going to be working on the chicken breast. So we're all ready to go. So let's get started on the chicken breast.
All right. Chicken breast is very easy as well. So we are looking for, that's perfect.
So we're just going to slice
slice
the chicken breast first. And then slice it again to create thin
The
stripes.
julienne, and then kind of similar to the mango.
So thin, long pieces.
In the restaurant, we want look nicer, like same length, so we normally don't want the end piece, but if we're eating at home, don't waste any food.
So right now we're just cutting up our chicken breast as shown in the demo. So the size of it and the shape of it is just the same as how we cut the mango, the pepper, and the cucumber.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, so let's actually take a look at the chopped pieces so everyone knows how to chop up their chicken breast. So you first slice them, and then you slice them again to create that long stripes. So let's see again how Chef is cutting it. So again, first she's just cutting, slicing them. And then just cutting them again into longer pieces, thin, long stripes. Oh, a question from Daisy earlier. May I know why we have to pan fry the paste? It is to actually make sure that the liquid is evaporated from the paste, so that's why we needed to pan fry it, and that's why the end product looks a little dried up compared to before. Awesome. And if you have any question, you can feel free to ask, like what everyone did, like Daisy and Tony did in the chat box, or you can also unmute yourself as well if you want to ask Chef directly.
So because we're in the plating competition later, so you will see me to pick out the end not so nice pieces. I will keep the same length, same size pieces for the plating later. But this one, don't waste it, like you still can eat it. For your photo, this one will be look nicer.
Yeah. So cut them in the same size. Just maybe pick out the pieces that are of the same size. It's just really for plating purposes because we have a little competition for the plating. And then, but do not throw out the rest because you can still eat it in your chicken salad. Okay, so once we are ready with the chopping, what is our next step? Should we start mixing?
Yeah. And then we start marinating, actually.
Okay, we marinate first.
So now we put the beautiful stripes in the mixing bowl.
So have a separate bowl, and then just place your chopped up chicken breast into the mixing bowl. And first we're going to marinate the chicken breast first.
So to marinate, and first we're gonna put all the sauce we made earlier in the mixing bowl. I will put half first, then you gotta test it out if that's the flavor you like.
Add them together.
Yeah.
And we'll just tell them to
Tell
marinate.
them to
Yeah.
marinate,
And
yeah.
then for the contest, they'll just take a photo afterwards and show it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I need your. Oh, the green drop.
Okay, sorry about that. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we are back online. All right, so before we got cut off, Chef was just really marinating the chicken breast with the sauce that we created earlier. So we added half of the sauce and we are just mixing it together. So you have to marinate this for about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, I would recommend 20 to 30 minutes, but today we don't have enough time here. So when you make the next batch, try to marinate for 20 to 30 minutes. Just get all the flavor into the chicken.
Yeah. So I think we're done mixing
Okay.
for our chicken salad. So what is our next step right now?
The next step is just to add sugar. So we added salt earlier, and now we're gonna add sugar.
Looks good, Daisy. Yeah.
So half spoon.
Half a tablespoon of
Yep.
sugar.
And then this is Yunnan spice. So this one I would say 1/3 of the spoon.
1/3 of
It's
the
not
Yunnan spice.
Yeah, it's not spicy. Just add a little bit flavor there. And the most important thing is the pickled papaya. So this one's quite sweet and sour, and they have the very chewy texture. So for pickled papaya, try to not using the liquid because it's a white vinegar. It's very sour.
Yeah. So when you're adding in the pickled papaya, just add the papaya itself. Try to leave out the liquid because it is quite sour.
Yeah,
So how much of it do you add inside?
it's totally up to you.
Wow. So if you love pickled papaya, feel free to add the whole thing. But yeah, it's really up to you on how much you want to add in. So once you add it in,
And then you can just mix, and then at the same time, we're gonna add the green tangerine. It's also called kumquat. Right here. So you treat it like lime. We cut in half. I would add 2 to 3. This is my favorite. Normally, I would add like 5 to 6 for myself. Okay, so we cut in half, and then we use a sieve. If you don't have it, don't worry, just use your hand. So basically, we just don't want the seeds in the bowl.
so squeeze out the
The
juice over a sifter or if you don't have a sifter, just squeeze it over your hand because we just want to make sure that we don't add in the seeds. So Chef is adding two of the kumquat juice into our salad mixture.
Oh, smells so good. Okay.
Smells so fresh.
And after that, we're gonna put in all of our fresh ingredients here. So mango, red bell pepper, cucumber. We give it a mix.
Wow, it looks so colorful already. Yeah. So once you've added in the other ingredients, including the mango, the pepper, and the cucumber, just mix it together with the chicken breast.
If you don't like the sesame oil, you can use olive oil as well.
So another tablespoon.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once you've mixed it, then add another tablespoon of the sesame oil, or you can also use olive oil.
Once it's fully mixed, this is a time you should taste your chicken. So I would recommend to pick out chicken, mango, and then each of the ingredients together, and a pickled papaya, and then just like try one bite. See if you like the level of the salt and sugar, also the level of the green tangerine, the kumquat, and then the sauce we made earlier as well. So it's really according to your taste that you can add as you go.
That is actually my favorite step, tasting it.
Tasting it. So basically this dish is finished.
Awesome.
Yeah, we
it's
just
so
do-
simple actually. Okay,
Yeah.
so now that we're done with the chicken salad, should we go back to the pastry?
Yeah, so for the chicken salad, we can do the plating later. I would just let it marinate. And then we can work on the not puff pastry, chestnut pastry.
Yeah. So we're just going to set the
Yeah.
salad aside first and going back to our chestnut pastry. So by now it should be all cooled down for you to work on. Okay. Yeah, I see everybody's trying to get their pastry out. So it should be all cooled down and should be ready. How is the chicken salad tasting? I see some of you actually eating it. Oh, Fred is great. Anyone else tried their chicken salad? Wow, Daisy's, big thumbs up, great. All right, so let's move on to the pastry.
Okay. So we're gonna have a clean station, and now we're gonna pick out the mold we have provided everybody. So that's our mold. Some of you get the flour, and some of you get the chestnut. Will come out like this.
Okay, so get your mold ready. So our next step is molding.
And then have a baking pan and then parchment paper. And then set your oven for 400. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we
Already to
reminded
go?
everyone earlier
Yeah.
to set their oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so I guess we'll just quickly mold one,
Yeah.
one just to show everyone how it's done. And then basically the end product should look like this. So this is what it looks like, depending on which mold you received. So let's actually see how Chef puts the pastry into the mold.
It's very easy, actually. So if your mixture is too dry, that would be don't worry about it, it's good. And if it's too liquidy, and then you can just brush olive oil here or cooking oil, or maybe put raw flour, AP flour, just thin
A thin layer.
Yeah, so it's when you try to push it out,
It's easier to push it out.
Exactly. So now we can use our hand. Just stuff into the mold.
So basically just get a handful of the pastry filling and just stuff it into the mold. And just really stuff it until,
It's full.
yeah, it's perfectly full.
Yeah. You have to push a little, so make sure there's no air. And it's clean and flat.
Okay, so this is what it looks like once we have stuffed the filling inside the mold, and then we just push it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will have your finger hold here, like giving an injection. Okay, and then place on your hand gently.
And then we
Okay,
just
and then
push it out.
slowly push it.
Wow.
So it will stick on the mold, don't worry, and just gently use your hand.
Wow, it looks so beautiful.
Ta-da!
And it's so easy. I see Fred is trying to get his out.
Okay, that's us. And then I'm gonna make another flower
Yeah.
really quickly.
So we'll just quickly make another flower one in case you received the flower mold. So we'll show it to you one more time. So again, just get a handful of the filling, stuff it into the mold until it's really packed, tightly packed. Okay. And then just push it in a couple
Yeah.
more times to make sure it's really packed. And then just push it out, just like that. 3 simple steps. And this is what the flower one looks like. So pretty.
So that's our flower.
Okay. Okay, so once we have the pastry, how long should we cook it in the oven for?
I would say 10 to 12 minutes because the pastry is already cooked. It's not raw, so it's safe to eat. Basically, we just want to crispy up the surface.
10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the time being, we're not going to put it in the oven for now because we are running out of time. But this is basically what it should look like after you have created the pastry. Once you push the pastry out of the mold. So one of them is the flower and the other one is the chestnut, depending on whichever mold you received. Okay? And then you just put it into your preheated oven for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah. I would suggest to eat right away after your lunch. You can pair with a scoop of ice cream. So it's hot and cold. It's quite nice. If it's not sweet enough, you can also add sugar or condensed milk later.
Okay, so let's see how everyone's doing. Do you guys have one completed? I see some of you are like pushing out the pastry. Awesome,
Nice.
Lynn's is great, Stella's great. Okay, and everyone, yeah. Okay, which is great as
Okay.
we are just really finishing up. So this is basically what the 2 creations we have created. First, it was the chicken salad. So again, this is what the chicken salad looks like.
Now I'm gonna do plating.
So we're just gonna quickly do plating. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So you have received our large jade bowl. So just use your creation, imagination, try to be creative here and send us the photos.
Yeah. I mean, since we are tight on time, you don't have to finish plating right now.
Yeah.
Because we are a little bit running out of time right now. But just show us your creation afterwards. Take a photo of it and then share it on social media. And be sure to use the hashtag CharityCooking2022 and tag us on social media. We will show you a banner of the accounts for you to tag us. And be sure to follow us as well because we would love for you to support us and also to follow with us on the latest updates on our upcoming events. So we're just going to quickly plate the salad for presentation purpose. And for you guys, again, there's no rush for you guys. Like you guys can feel free to plate it as nice as possible and then just take a photo of it, share it on social media. And then once chef is done plating, we would love to take a group photo with you guys. Just show us whatever you have created. The pastry and the salad. You don't have to plate the salad right now. Just show us the bowl, the big bowl of salad that you have created, and then we will take a group photo. We would love to capture this moment together. So let's see everyone's creation right now, shall we? Just hold it up, and then we will be taking a group photo together with Chef Yuyina to capture this memorable moment. Ooh, nice looking, Tony. Ooh, very nice looking too, Selena. Okay, and everyone else, yeah, just hold up your creation, and then we will also hold up our creation too, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll just hold it as well. And then we can also, and then we can take a big group photo together once everyone's ready, and show your faces too. Just put it up close to your face. Don't be shy. We love to see your faces, and we'll take the photo together. Okay, and then we'll just wait for everyone else to get ready. I think Doris is just preparing something, and then everyone else, you can hold up your creation and put it close to your face so that we can see your lovely face. Awesome, awesome. Okay, just waiting for a couple more students because we want to take a photo with everyone and also their creation in the photo. Okay, so just waiting for, oh, nice looking one. Doris and Susan's is ready, Nikki's ready, Selena's ready. Fred is ready, Ricky's ready, Tony's ready, so Stella's whole family's ready, awesome. Daisy's ready, and Pauku is ready as well. So just waiting for one more student. Lynn, whenever you're ready, just hold up your dish and we'll just take a group photo, a quick group photo together.
Okay.
Yeah, come on in, Helen.
Come on. Yeah. You hold this.
Hold this. Okay, everyone, get ready.
You can hold this. Yeah.
Please have your creation ready, and we will take a group photo together. Okay. So on the count of 3. Okay, everyone look straight into camera. Show us your creation. Awesome, awesome. So okay, 1, 2, 3. Look straight into camera. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. All your creations are looking really great, and you guys have been great asking questions online in our chat box. And we would, again, love to see all your creations. So be sure to take a photo of it and also share with us on social media. And use the hashtag, and also you tag our accounts on social media as well. And once again, we do have a plating contest for the chicken salad. So be sure to use your creativity and then plate it and then take a photo, share it on social media, and Chef Yuyina will pick a winner. And the winner will receive one of these really beautiful dishes. So, but don't worry right now, you guys can actually have all the time for now, and then just take a photo afterwards and show us.
Yeah, don't go yet.
Oh, we need to take it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn the screen around.
Oh,
So
okay.
don't go.
Oh, don't go
Don't
yet.
go yet.
Exactly.
Wait.
We need a photo with the Vancouver Sun photographer.
Yeah, so we'll just
So
take
we
another
turn the
group
screen
photo.
around
You can
and-
slide the screen that way.
Yeah.
Kind of more
So,
behind the silver
yeah,
bowl.
so just hold up your creation again.
More towards me.
Yeah, this is going to be a group photo that will be shown on Vancouver Sun. So make sure to put on that big smile
Can I help?
and show us your creation. Awesome. Chicken salad and the pastry, if you guys have.
I just want a little closer.
Beautiful,
A
beautiful.
little to the left. Your left. There we go. Great.
Okay.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I will remove
Okay,
this.
it's a kitchen. It's good.
Okay, everyone just get ready. All right, let's take a group photo and put on the
Yeah,
big
that's good.
smile.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay, and look.
Oh,
yeah,
there?
Look straight into camera. 1, 2,
And a little
3.
thumbs up on your side. Ready?
Thumbs up. Okay, that one.
Uh,
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Big thumbs up too if you have had. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Yay, great job, everybody. Awesome work, everyone.
We can't wait to taste it.
I know, I can't wait to taste it too. So as our event is coming to an end, we want to again thank you everyone. And for today's event, the net profit will be donated to Richmond Cares Richmond Give. So it would be great if you guys can make a donation to support Richmond Cares Richmond Give, because together we can make a difference to those in need. So today, again, I wanted to thank Chef Yuyina for sharing with us the 2 signature dishes from her hometown, and also for providing us these really beautiful plates. So once again, thank you everyone for your participation, and thank you, Chef. And also thank you to all our sponsors for making this event happen. Thank you so much, everyone. And again, I hope to see you guys in our next virtual cooking class. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ten to 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. So sorry about that. So we just saw the question earlier was how long we should bake the chestnut cake for. So it should be about 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. So any last minute questions before we go offline? Feel free to type it in or unmute yourself right now if you can actually, and just ask the chef right now.
I also have last minute tips. So for the ghost chicken, because today we really don't have that much time, so we did a very simplified version. So if you're gonna make the ghost chicken again, I hope so. The chicken should be made yesterday and soak in our lemongrass water overnight. In that way, your chicken is not so dry. You also get a lemongrass ginger flavor inside of chicken breast. And for the marinating process, it's very, very important. Otherwise, there's no flavor on the meat and then the ingredients as well. So remember to marinate it 20 to 30 minutes. And then just always testing your food every step of the way.
Yeah. Awesome tips.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So thank you guys. Thank you for those who joined us. You guys did a great job. I hope to see you guys again in our next virtual cooking class. Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.